Hey YouTube! So I've just spent the last, well, this morning, basically, messing about with this acoustic. This is my new acoustic. I did a video with it yesterday, so as you can see it's a Yamaha. You can maybe use that to actually see what the number is. It's not high enough resolution, is it? It's an FJ651. I think of this as the big. Is there not? I think there's an Epiphone that's Elvis written on it. Is that right? I'm sure I've seen Elvis play it. It'll be a whatever this shape is. It's a Gibson, I think. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so I picked this up. It's gave it a good polishing. I was at it with the T-cut scratch remover, and I forgot the stuff that I had from my Capri. So this is not new. T-cut colour fast, which is black, to try and bring it back a little bit. The guitar was actually very clean. It's got so many little dents. Yeah, it looks amazing in the shot that you can really see the. I don't think this. It's got a lot of it's very well used. Kind of reminds me very much of my first acoustic, which I've still got. And obviously it's a little bit squeaky since I've just polished it up, but it's got that. It's been looked after. It was a treasured thing. It has got quite a lot of dents and stuff in it, but they're all light dents. There's no, nobody's stuck a screwdriver in it or dropped it or anything like that. It's just got tons of dings and bashes. The fingerboard was stoned the frets the first time they've ever been done. You can see there, it looks like it's got an Irvana compensated nut, but it's actually just got a couple of chunks out of the nut, which you should really replace, but it works. So there's a chunk missing, but I mean there's enough there to hold the strings, and if there were any sign of them slipping out, I would just replace the nut. But is it really worth doing? These came with the same tuners as my my original one as well. The kidney bean headed ones are obviously used to be gold. It's got cool fret markings. They're a little bit ornate, and it's got the binding. So my old, the one I bought on my 18th birthday, my 19th birthday, 18th birthday was a 411. So this would be 600, so it's higher up. Therefore you get the ornate vase type thing. Gold hardware, bit of binding, fancy inlays, that sort of thing, and also a slightly different shape. It's also got wooden tone wood bridge pins. I don't think they'd be original, but I just put them back in again because I couldn't bother going through there and getting better than plastic. They're more interesting than just the plain plastic ones. So I'm really getting it. I'm actually struggling a wee bit with the ears, kind of hitting off. It's a big guitar, but it doesn't seem very fat. I'll need to compare it to another acoustic to see it. There is something sort of natural and right feeling about it. It doesn't, it's like you maybe not choose this design because of the look, but when you sit with it, it's like yeah, I can see why it makes sense that it's this shape. So I don't know, was that a couple of months ago? I did a swap with my pal Ronnie for an Ibanez acoustic, a 1980. Ibanez. This is 1996. By the way, if you put the serial number in, it comes up with 96, which is about right for making this model. And it says made in Japan, but on the label it says made in Indonesia. Tells you which factory. Not in Indonesia, in Taiwan. So it's not the website that I got that information from wrong. But I believe the 96 thing sounds about right for this. Slightly older, because the number system changed a little bit. Because when I bought my 411. It had an S in it, and it was the cheapest guitar at the time that had ever had a solid top. So this must have been a more expensive one, so I'm thinking it must have had a solid top as well. I don't know, it doesn't, whether we put an S in it. The way they put an S on it gives me the impression that they've there is a Yamaha FG411 that doesn't have an S, that doesn't have a solid top, but maybe came before it. Really, I'm gibbering. But so this doesn't have any electrics in it, and the reason I kind of wanted that, I got that Ibanez off my pal, was I've got this guitar, which came to me by dubious means. My pal was like, somebody had been thrown in a skip or something like that. So as you can see, it's. I don't think it's worth fixing. The necks No, the neck's not actually broken. Yes, it is. The neck's split up all the back as well. But so this is an APX 900, which is one of the sort of higher up rangy ones, but it does have that in it, and inside the guitar, which you're never going to get to see. You can, now I've never seen it. There's 3 things that are plugged into the back of this, and this says on it, it's got a bass side and a treble side. So I don't think this is a piezo system in any way, although maybe I should just put a piezo in that. I think it might be sensors that are stuck to the underside. That's another thing about acoustics, when you drop them or bash them, they just sit and ring for ages. I wonder if, this is like, I don't know, exploratory surgery, this. I'm just feeling to see where the wires go. The wires go to 1, 2, 3. So there's, what I'm thinking is 3 discs with a wire coming out of them, so I assume they're piezos stuck to the underside of the guitar. The guitar's knackered anyway. I was going to try and, I reckon I could cut a scratch plate out of that. You can't really see because the resolution of that camera's not, but it's quite a fancy wood. There's enough room to get like a scratch plate out of it, which might be quite cool. What's that? Is it another word? What's that then? Oh, that must be the output jack. Where's the output jack? Well, the output jack will be an end pin, won't it? Yeah, so I mean, I've got to take this stuff out anyway. It's one of those things that I wonder if this is a 900 series. I wonder if that pickup system may actually be worth money, because, let's be honest, I'm not really going to be using the guitar for performances and stuff. I wouldn't have thought, but I mean, then again, if it had a good pickup system in it and I was doing an acoustic jam, is this a guitar I would take? To be honest, I would be tempted to take this if I was going to someone's house for a wee acoustic jam, just if they had like a Dreadnought or another guitar, just so it was something different, because again, it does sound, I'm so used to Dreadnought guitars, like my first Yamaha FG I've been talking about. I've got a couple of Washburns that are okay, they're slightly more they're more Gibson Dreadnought shaped as opposed to the Yamaha, which is a bit squarer. So I've got a couple, and so used to everybody having basically the same guitar but better and not so good versions of that same guitar. It's like you're talking about Stratocasters. Oh, I play electric guitar, only ever Stratocasters, and that could be your £99 Harley Benton, or it could be a £500 Mexican Fender, or it could be a £2,000 American Fender. And it's like, yeah, you can argue that they're all trying to do exactly the same thing, they just get better at it, whereas this is quite a good one. It's better than my Dreadnought. They're probably not as good as my Washburns, but it's a different shape. It's like you go, well, but it's a Telecaster, so you can't really compare. If you're having a jam with 2 Strats, one's got a Mexican, one of them's got an American, it's like, well, you're better off both having, they're both going to sound kind of the same, but one's going to be better. That makes sense. But that's why I like that wee Tirada, because it's got a different sound, just a different voice that it's aiming to get. This is, again, it's a slightly different sound. I don't know how to put it down, but it's not like I get a wee bit with CVs and things like the Teleacoustic. This is not an acoustic guitar. Do you know what I mean? This is a guitar that's been designed to still have acoustic properties, but be really good for amplifying and stage work and recording with the pickup systems. The whole concept of the small body and be small, easy to play. All these guitars, like these old ones from before pickups existed, or when I say this guitar, I know this is like a 90s Yamaha, but whatever the original version of this was would be a 1920s Gibson or whatever. They didn't get pickups, so they were designed to have a nice sound and be loud and all that, just straight up. Yeah, so I'm sorry it was an acoustic thing, just at the mic. I thought it sounded quite good when I was doing the Beggar's Banquet thing yesterday. Do you want to hear this? I was playing that the other night. But I'm enjoying acoustics. To be honest, the thing I would want any sort of pickup system in it would be for loop pedal. That'd be it, pretty much. It would be fantastic, but it would batter out a wee thing in the background, then solo over the top. Then again, I could just stick in. I've got a couple of those, the Soundtool clippy in pickups. It's not the same though. It's actually quite interesting with that Yamaha thing. I'm just sitting there thinking, the reason I didn't fit it to the wee Tirada, which is one of the first things I was going to do with it, was the Tirada's got a funny type of bridge. It doesn't have, you know, the plastic bit that slots in the way this one does that takes the piezo pickup. I didn't realise that didn't have a piezo pickup element to it. And so that could possibly go in the wee Tirada. Why would I want to do that? And this one, I mean, it plays so well. I've not adjusted anything. All I've done is, as I said, the frets were all dented and then oiled the fingerboard. Levelled and crowned the frets. And nothing else in the actions. And some of these frets have probably never been played ever. It's not even a fret, that's why. That's such a hard bit to play, but it's so simple. Yeah, so we'll have to do an acoustic shout batter off later on. I've actually got another one, Ronnie's one. I'm putting strings on, so maybe have a wee acoustic proper video. But I'll get onto something a bit more electric. I can't if I just put acoustic ones. If I just put out bass ones, no one will watch. Like and subscribe if you haven't. I'm really wanting to get to 5,000, then I'll have a party. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I'll do something. And that's, I'm only 45 away or something like that. So if you've not subscribed, give me a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Catch you later.